Jownazz. Got some stories for me, buddy?
Yeah. Check it out. For the people, right? Check it out. I got a story. House fire. Whole arm had burned up. Side of my face had burned up. What? Hey man, I was talking, geeking, talking on the phone. My cousin Swizzle, right? Me and Swizzle, we rolling, geeking, talking crazy, sharing stories, whatever. I had some food on the stove cooking. Like I was being a whole fool at that time. I had grease cooking hot dogs and whatever else I was cooking.
Deep
grease.
frying.
Man, it blew up, bro.
Are you serious?
I didn't know it was gonna blow up, but when I walked to the kitchen, I'm watching TV, talking on the phone like I said, right? So when I walk to the kitchen, I get in the kitchen, check it out. Look, bro. I heard the glass.
What?
It was like one of them pot check drawers. I heard the glass crack. So when the glass cracked, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey. I said, yo, Swizzle, I'm gonna call you back around crib on fire. You're like what?
Yo.
So look, I go in there, I try to put the fire out like a dummy, not knowing that you can't throw no water. I threw water.
Oh my
up, right?
God. Yo.
Bro, I had a duck. Before I had to hit the floor, I should burn my arm, my face. I inhaled the flames and everything. It was crazy.
How old were you?
I was grown.
Yeah?
A couple years back, yeah.
Damn. And what happened to the house that you were in?
It's the same house.
Oh, so the house is fine.
The kitchen just burned down.
The kitchen.
I put the fire out, and people was like, "Yo, we call an ambulance for you. We call fire." No, don't call none of them. No. I don't want no parts of none of that. You hear me?
All right. So you got through that though, and you're all right. It sounds, it looks like. That's crazy, bro. I never even know you got. So those were burn marks right there.
It's all burn marks. Look.
Yeah, I can see
the sun
now.
is blaming. It healed up real decent.
You can actually see it.
See dark.
You see it clear through this. Damn. Yeah, it looks like tattoos used to be there or something. You're right. Yo, that's wild. Damn. You got any other stories? Yo, that is crazy.
I had another fire.
Another fire?
Making candles. I was making candles.
Making candles.
Trying to be slick. Making candles. Showing somebody on the internet. Showing somebody, hey, yo, make candles, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh my God, that's nice. Go downstairs. I forgot that I was making candles. Woof. That blows up. I can't put that out. So I'm panicking. I'm trying to pour water on it. Woof. Terrorist.
Oh my God.
Say, look, check it out.
That is crazy.
Wow. While I'm giving the people a view of the water, I'm gonna continue the story. Make sure you catch that bridge too right here.
Yeah, they saw that. I'll zoom in on it.
They got some boats out there today and everything.
Look, right there is the dockside.
Wow.
That's wild. That's where we were. It looks far as shit away though, don't it? So you and these damn fires.
Alright, so look. I'm sorry. I can't believe that it caught on fire and I couldn't put it out. So I'm trying to put it out with water again like a dummy. Yeah. Instead of putting something like a salt or something, you know what I mean? To smother the fire.
Right.
I did that and man, it blew up. I found the fire extinguisher. Luckily, I had bought some fire extinguishers.
I was just about to say, how did you get rid of it?
Yeah, I bought some fire extinguishers and that helped me out. So I was able to put that fire out. Destroyed the kitchen again a little bit. But not as bad. Not as bad as the first time. The first fire.
The first one was worse.
My little ex-girlfriend, she had left her job. She was working at a block for me and whatnot. She had to bring me back to the spot. Yeah. No, she couldn't help me. She came to see what was going on.
Oh.
Make sure that she still had somewhere to stay at with me and whatnot at that time.
Oh, I see.
She had to run back into her job real quick. That's 2 stories right there.
Any more fires? That you could think back on?
look, I made a heater.
You made a heater?
Right? Yeah, I made a heater. Personally made my own heater.
That sounds wild already.
Boy, that motherfucker caught on fire.
Oh my God.
Check it out, bro. That motherfucker caught on fire. This ain't work. I thought I had something.
Did it work for a little bit? Like, before it caught on fire?
It worked enough. It worked all right.
Like it was heating?
It worked all right. I would have needed the fire department. It worked enough.
Oh my God. That's 3 stories about a fire that just came to your mind like that. That's ridiculous.
Alright, enough of this water.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. I like where we're at though. It's just chilling back here. So I was just thinking when you were growing up, right? Would you describe your weekends in the city like, as fun or more as dangerous?
It all depends. Depends on where you at in the city. Usually when you go towards South Street, you can have a ball. Sometimes when you go down west, different parts of Westville, different parts of Northeast. But when you're playing just straight down north, you don't know what you're going to run into. You don't know what you're going to run into when you're playing just straight down north.
Yeah.
What you
Makes me think of like when people come to cities when you don't really know where you're at.
Yeah.
And like they kind of veer off to the wrong areas.
Pretty much have a ball when you
Are in the right spots. Okay, I feel you. Man with ADHD over here.
Not like, you already know how I am with that. People walking up on you, running past you.
Oh, yeah.
I like to be in my own little lane, like you walking or something.
The anti-social ball.
Yeah, I don't really do all that. I like to get my little view in with the corners and whatnot.
We both seem to wonder what a lot of these people, like what they're thinking when they see us recording, because it seems like they seem to be looking at us a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I mean? They trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? I remember we was in the car, we was talking. I mean,
yeah.
Before one of our previous recorders, you was like, "Yo, what is it with the people? The people,
Yeah.
very interesting. It's like they're intrigued about what happens with them boats."
I was wondering, like, do you think they're trying to figure out like who you are or
It's a
something?
possibility, bro. You know what I mean?
They got jet skis out there and everything.
Definitely. They having a day way out there. You see that? The people, they having a day way out there. You heard?
For the people.
For the people. Let the people know. Now, what other questions you got for the people? Yak?
Well, it's kind of looking back on some of the other clips, right? And I heard you saying a couple times about these holding facilities.
All right.
I'm wondering, the locations, like where they were at.
All right. Okay. I remember, I'm going to give you a joint when I was a kid, right?
All right.
Locked up in William Penn High School.
In the high school?
William Penn High School, yeah, about the situation with the school police lady. When they took me into a facility, it was there on Southwest Detectives, something like that.
Okay.
That was one holding joint that they had me in for a minute. All right, now.
And this is all when you were a
I was a juvenile at that time.
right?
That as an adult, the only joints I've been to, 25th District, it doesn't exist anymore. Off of front, Allegheny, front Allegheny, that joint, it's not there anymore. Westmoreland and Allegheny.
Oh, okay.
I think that's where it's located. I can't remember. But anyway.
We went to the roundhouse too. We were there.
Yeah, we did the roundhouse.
You were in there, right?
Yeah, I was there. I forgot. I think I got shit. I got transferred from there. I can't remember. That's been years ago.
Do you have any stories you want to tell from being in there, or?
Well, I can, but you was asking me about where I was held at.
Oh, you got more. My
I
fault.
was held at the F. I was held at
Up on State Road?
Yeah, State
Okay.
Road, House of Correction. Those times was like majority of those was the same within that 3 weeks that I was there. Within that 3 weeks, because once my folks, like I said, once my folks generated the bread to get me up out of there,
Get
thought
you
about
out
it.
of there. Yeah.
Shout out to Prick. But that was the last time that I got. That was like my first and last time ever visiting the house and visiting the F. That was my first time going to.
It sounds like Prick has been there for you
Prick is,
a few times.
Prick is an important figure for me, you know what I mean? Like, anytime I needed to know something about business, like pretty much kept me informed on what's going to work and what's not going to work, like, you know what I mean? How to distance yourself, you know what I mean? Recognize loyalty.
Yeah.
Create something for a peace of mind.
Yeah, definitely. It's very important.
Like the Stringer Bell situation off of The Wire, like real rap. Like, that was me and him. Like, he always told me, bro, go ahead back to school. You know what I mean? Invest your money into this right here.
You were Avon, right? He was Stringer Bell.
Yeah. It was like a switch hit type joint. You know what I mean? Like, you know, pass the torch. You know, you pass it back. All right, you got me. All right, I got you. All right, well, you know what we on, right? All right, well, don't mess this up. Hey, listen.
He was just more business oriented.
Hey, listen. Mess your money up. Don't mess mine up. Mess your money up. Use your money for what you think is going to work. Or if you don't think it's going to work, use your money. That's how that worked.
Yeah.
That was me and his relationship.
Okay.
A lot of folks was wondering how they get so close and why they all tight knit with each other, but we grew.
Figured it
as
out
folks.
together.
We didn't even know we was family in the beginning. You know
wow.
Yeah, me and Prick, you know, a lot of us, me, Swizzle, all of us, we didn't really know we was folk like that. We got together as like in our early teens. We started interacting with each other. That's heavy, bro.
Then you found out later.
We got a lot of uncles and a lot of cousins that didn't even know or didn't even share information with us.
Wow.
Yeah, so when we linked up, it was like boom.
Wow.
But as time went on, we started to fall apart because comparisons and manipulations and being compatible and all that with each other. And it got real ugly. You know, then everybody started going their own separate ways.
Damn.
And then when that situation happened with me, then I got, hurt is because of word of mouth. A lot of people was talking, seeing things while people was incarcerated. Things that happen off the streets. Get to the jails fast. Yeah. Super fast, you heard?
Man. So while you were there, what was it like during like the lockdown hours, like the blackouts, you know?
Man, you locked down, bro. A lot of people ain't getting mail. A lot of people ain't getting phone calls. You're a little aroused. You're angry. You're arguing with each other. You know,
that's the shit you're looking forward to.
Yeah, everybody mad because you can't come out on lockdown.
Yeah.
Blackout, you know what I mean? So
wow.
There's a lot of things that took place.
What would cause these blackouts and stuff? Like fights or like?
If somebody had some contraband or somebody, got found something, or there was a knife or something, the whole joint get locked down. Or if somebody was smoking weed, whatever.
Yeah.
It looked like the COs ain't doing their job, so they had to get active.
Wow. You just said something about phones. Did you have any issues with phone calls?
What I used to do? People phone monitors and all that. I got tired of all that. I was trying to make calls. There were certain days I couldn't call home and let my folks know what was up. I wasn't sentenced to nothing. So all I needed was bell. Once I had a bell, you know what I mean? I can get up out of there. A lot of people were sentenced. They had to do.
So if you weren't sentenced, why were they holding you?
To bell. You gotta wait
for the investigation? Like they're still investigating?
No, you had to make bail. You was waiting to find out if you was gonna get bail or not.
Even if you weren't found guilty?
You can't be found guilty because you're just in a holding cell.
That's what I was getting at.
You get out and then you go to court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, that makes sense.
And you go to court behind whatever you was charged with, whether you're guilty or not.
What was commissary like for you in there?
Commissary was difficult in the beginning because the only person that came through for me was Prick. And Prick reached out and tried to get
Prick again.
Prick reached out and tried to get certain family members that he knew should have been able to help me, but it is what it is. I don't fault nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? The funny part is it's amazing how people will let's say I get lucky and win the lottery or something.
Yeah.
Everybody be pointing, yo, you should go. What's up, cuz? Hey, come on, cuz. But when you're incarcerated, or when you dealing with tough times in life,
life keeps lifing.
Life keeps lifing. So,
that's crazy.
Real hard body situation.
It is.
But I got through it. I put myself in a situation being around people. You know what I mean?
So what was like your mindset like during these times, like waiting for these release dates and stuff?
Oh, I was snapping in my own way.
In your own way?
I was snapping in my own way.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by technically?
By your own way.
Knowing that what I'm being charged for didn't happen, whether they got it written down on paper.
Oh, so that's got to make you mad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you got a robbery charge instead of a theft or a stolen property charge. I got a robbery charge. You know, they charged me with a firearm. There's no firearm. So back then, the person that actually committed their act, as if they was holding a firearm in their hoodie, it looks like they were carrying a firearm, and I got a charge because the person that the property was taken from said that a firearm was involved. So
they didn't even really have a firearm? It was just their fingers?
Yeah, that's what I got caught up
And
with.
that's what you were in there for?
Yeah.
Yo.
I mean, guilty until proven innocent, right?
Yeah.
Hey, life keep lifing, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. That's really crazy. How did you stay occupied? Like,
knowing that I'm going home. Other people wasn't going home.
I mean,
that kept me occupied.
But at the same time, you were tweaking about it.
I'm tweaking, but if you snap out, then you're going to get more time.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You snap out while you in
So you knew you were getting out at some point.
I was getting out.
All right.
It was just depending on the bail. You got bail, you was able to slide up out of that joint. You know what I mean?
And then you knew once it got to court, you'd be cool. Because you didn't do that shit.
Well, I mean, once I got to court, I didn't have a plan on what that was going to be like. I didn't.
You didn't have a plan, but I'm saying you...
I took a chance. I took a chance with a public dump truck.
A public dump truck?
Yeah, public dump truck.
What you mean you took a chance?
A chance with a public dump truck.
All right. Took a chance with a dump truck.
Everybody knows what a public dump truck is. Public dump truck is public defender. Yeah.
Oh, see, I wasn't... All right, all right.
Jail talk.
Yeah. See, I had no idea what you were saying. So I guess besides prick, how did like the friends and family react to you being in there? Oh, whoa, that was crazy. I might have walked right on that if I didn't stop.
I just said, it's crazy. Wow, bunch of snakes running around.
I gotta look down.
You better look down.
When you said that, I looked down. That freaked me out. Just to see something moving down.
Gotta always be alert. First time I seen it.
Yeah, right through the trail too.
Imagine if it was just the same color as the brakes. Never seen it.
Yeah. Camouflage. So how did your friends and family react to those times, that you were being held?
Friends was asking questions, Family was, same type time.
Asking questions?
Giving my homies updates on what's what.
Oh.
I would call, talk to my grandma. That's my grandma. I would bug my grandma every day. I ain't gonna hold you. I would bug her every day about it. Did she talk to prick? Did she talk to prick? Did she find out a prick talk to somebody else? I ain't gonna say no other names, so I'm just keep it,
Yeah.
solid for me and prick. Like, you'd be surprised what you come across when you taking chances.
Yeah. No, that's true though.
Surprised what your consequences, repercussions, terms, and conditions are when you take chances.
So if you flip it then, and your folks was inside, you have any regrets about, things that you wish you would have done, or?
You know what? That's a good point right there with that question. You know why? Because a lot of my friends that did make it out and came back home,
Yeah.
they came through and blessed me. And it's wild because I was the one that was out on the streets.
And they blessed
All
you.
that time, they came home and blessed me. So, after all the money that I blew, that money gone. You feel me? That's history. But if I can get some money again, I'm trying to bless everybody if I can.
All right.
Anybody that meant something back at that time, dude.
So back to you being in then, you have any stories about like when your folks came to visit you?
Only person came to see me was
Prick again. The only one that came. All them times that you was helped?
Well, my grandma.
Okay.
My grandma.
She probably didn't like seeing you.
No, she didn't. She did that a lot with her son, her youngest son. I don't really deal with things like that. Whole nother story for me.
Yep.
My grandma. We're gonna tell you a story about that.
Here we go.
First time.
The Riddler on the move.
That's all. First time. Right? First time I remember being in the house of correction was when my grandma took me to see her son, her youngest son.
First time.
Yep. I remember everything was the same when I went to jail. When I went to jail, 30 years later, everything was the same, bro. 20-something years later, everything was the same.
So your memories of when you were a kid were like
it's the same in that jail, bro. In the house of correction, it's the same. That's an old jail.
Did that freak you out?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When Prick came to see me, after he left, he talked to me about what he talked to me about. He just was like, yo, hold your head, bro. Come on, cuz. Like, I'm working it out, working everything out. Ain't nobody just got no bread to just throw out.
True.
Get you out of here like that, bro. Because, first of all, you my folk. Got plenty love for you, but I ain't put you in this situation. You knew how you was moving out here.
Yeah.
You knew how you was moving, cuz. You got to your bags, how you got to your bags, and you put your money into what you put your money into. And I always told you, cuz, blow your money, don't blow my money, cuz. Blow your money, cuz, because you got to accept that. You got to deal with the consequences and repercussions that come behind that. So, do me a favor. I'm gonna put this money up for you and get you up out of here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cousin Mooch, because he had some words. He put some words together, put it out there, and when we put it out there, it came back.
Okay.
Put some words out there that that manifested into a blessing. You hear me?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, like I said, shout out to Cousin Mooch. Shout out to Kurt.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna say shout out to everybody who helped me put a new movement together when I did come back home out of jail in that situation. I wasn't in jail long, but 3 weeks felt like 3 years.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like when you're not used to somebody having you confined or something. Like I was confined and hold, like the jail called CFCL.
Yeah.
What is it? Confined for something, whatever. How that joke pronounced, but anyway.
Yeah, confined to something. Yeah.
Anyway, man.
That's wild.
It was like a total restart. Like when you get out of that situation, bro, you gotta remember, like, it ain't about nothing. It's easy to get put back in there. You know what I mean?
True.
It's real easy to get back. You can get to an argument with somebody over something they owe you or something that they try to take from you, and then you caught up with that situation. Next question for the people.
Well, I'm staying on that. Like when you got out, were you expecting to just be in, have the same opportunities that you had before you went in?
The streets has changed.
That's
the streets
what
have
I'm
changed,
thinking,
bro. Like that's why when I came home, when Prick put something in the air, he had put something in the air out there for me. Now I had a design.
Like you said, you had to start over.
Listen,
even with the
I had
opportunities
a
and all that.
creation that I thought of, and he was like, "Yo, you sure you want to do that? You sure that's gonna work out for you?" I said, "Cause I'm gonna try my best to make it happen."
Dang.
We came out and we did what we did. It was all right.
Okay.
It ain't completely blessed and knock everything out the way, but it helped me out. You know what I mean?
Right.
It helped me get into other things. It helped me gradually develop more plans for better opportunities.
Okay.
But the streets have changed. The streets have changed.
Yeah, even in 3 months.
It used to be. You know what I mean? Like when you come home from being incarcerated.
Yeah.
Or I don't care if you spend 3 days behind bars. Everything going 360.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to be the same because then you're a target. You're vulnerable now. You know what I mean? Everything clings to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta keep your mouth closed. You gotta really watch how you move. You gotta watch the people around you. It's just different.
Hey, back then, did you have the gold teeth?
Yeah, I ain't gonna. The judge looked at them Jones and shit. He was like, "Let's go, Chief." I said, "Yeah." They come on.
They ain't say nothing about them being weapons or nothing like along those.
I thought about it, but I was able to keep my joints.
Damn. Okay.
They're in there.
All right. So
it was hard trying to keep my shit clean though. The jail situation is different.
Yeah.
It's not like they're home.
Yeah, definitely.
You get what you get when you're in jail. You know what I mean? They give you that little dumb cup, little dumb fork, spoon, the spork.
That's crazy. Yeah,
fork and a spoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really crazy. Spork. So, I would say, no disrespect. The loss of your mother, your father, your grandmother, and then that assault. Besides those four things, what would you say like it would be one of your worst case experiences?
I gotta say, going broke. Looking in my stash, the last like $1,500 that I had, all the little bread that I had generated. I had contacted another one of my cousins, Bias. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna just say my cousin Bias.
Yeah.
He linked up with one of his folks, grabbed some yoke that was garbage. I mean, I water whipped it, put it together, and I was trying to get it popping. My old heads used to help me try to. My old heads had helped me try to run that all. Shit was garbage. Work was cold garbage. So anyway, what else can I say about that? All right. Just losing customers, bro. Losing customers. I lost a lot of customers. I'm talking about like that. A lot of customers died. So the money wasn't the same no more. So, you know what I mean?
Dang.
There wasn't no need of getting a plate and raising no more because the people wasn't, people that was real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like addicts that was really getting to it, that really had a way, they could make a way to get to the dollars.
Yeah.
I started, you had a lot of fiends that would snitch. So you playing Russian roulette with the streets.
Yeah.
That's why I was able to say, don't fall back, you know what I mean?
Did you feel any kind of like responsibility for that shit?
That's
like
another reason why I stopped.
that?
That's another reason why I stopped. You know what I mean? But see, sometimes fiends would be greedy. That's the thing. A lot of fiends would be greedy and would try to branch off and whoever opened later, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whoever had it popping later, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
One thing about me is I ain't really standing on corners. I didn't think that was intelligent to stand on the corner and try.
True.
For those who did that, that's on you. You know what I mean? Do your thing. I salute y'all, you know what I mean? Salute y'all with both hands, you feel me? But listen, standing on corners wasn't my thing.
Yeah, I feel you.
There's a lot of people, a lot of my folks, you know, made that happen. Did that thing for a long time. Click the click, block the block. That was the move. But I always had a different kind of setting when I was around. So I was able to move around and call people, and people would call me, and I get to them, and they get to me the best way. You know, I ain't have to. That's too much. That was too much of a loss for me. Like, everybody knew where you at. They didn't come get you there.
Yeah.
That's how you get got.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how the police come get you too, because you don't get throwing that shakedown. You don't get throwing that indictment.
Yeah. Yeah, just standing in one place is a little nuts.
I've been, like I said on the last job, people was the police was trying to catch me and was locking other people up.
Right.
And that made it look bad for me. That made it seem like I was at the limit. You know? I'm just a regular trapper like everybody else, you know?
Yeah.
At that time. And I feel like for people to be jealous, of somebody that's moving around and shaking through the city, getting to it, how they get to it, that's heavy. It's like, well, I mean, it's disrespectful in a sense, you know what I mean? I don't condone it. I feel like if you get into it, as long as I was getting to it, I was from 14 to 33, I was trapping. Even if you want to say from 15 to 33, it's a lot of time. So when the people look at me and be like, I don't know, I'm thinking I've been trapping, so I know how to move.
Yeah, how is he still out here? Yeah.
It's different. The
So-
old heads that you interact with supposed to be you game. They old heads. They the ones that they're supposed to point you in the right direction. They can't walk for you, but they're supposed to point you in the right direction. You know?
Right. Is there anybody from back then that if you seen right now, you would hope that they would support this movement?
If anybody that's still alive that got my phone number, you feel me? You got my phone number, you call me, you check on me, you should be looking for me on a tube. Find me on YouTube, find me on the gram, you know what I mean? It's stuff that exists about me on the gram now. Right now, today. Now before, I never had no pages and none of that.
Right.
I never was into that. But right now, I feel like it's important for me to do this right now. What better time than now? Right now, it's just it. It's just the move right now because there's so much going on out here right now.
Yeah.
Your folks is here today and going tomorrow. Your best friends, you never know. You see them today, they might not be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can't take life for granted. You got to move accordingly. You heard me?
Yeah, the street activities are crazy. I mean, but during that time, how were you able to keep like the business part and like the ladies that you had around that you were dating?
And
how'd you keep them balanced? How'd you keep that
in
balanced?
that case, out of the females, depending on the age bracket, they appreciate it to see you doing something for yourself. You know? To see you moving accordingly how you feel like moving and going where you want to go at.
Yeah.
So a lot of women would take it, they would be like, why? He moving and he doing his thing. He look good when he do as long as you look decent,
So with some of them it was actually easy.
Some of it was easy. They would be nervous. They would be a lot of them would be annoyed. A lot of them they don't know what's going to happen. But I used to always tell everybody, you around me, you safe. I don't bring rah-rah drama nonsense to you. I ain't with that. I got common sense. I'm not to get up, slide off. You got it.
Yeah,
Y'all got it. It ain't that deep. See you in 10 years. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
See you in 10 years. Let's see where you at in 10 years. Let's see if your energy the same. You gonna still see me the same way from 2015, from 2005. You gonna still I still got the same energy. I'm still here.
Yeah. So from that era, right? What would you say the differences in the details of being like a street guy now compared to the old status or that era that you grew up in?
Know your position. Everybody not bosses. Everybody not leaders. Everybody wasn't born to lead. Do what you do. Pick your peoples. Pick the right peoples. Learn how to observe.
Was there a code back then that a lot of people respected when you guys interacted and?
No women, no children. Respect the elders.
When you had your little run-ins and stuff?
Yeah. No women, no children. Respect the elders. We moved different back then.
Now it's just like a free-for-all, it seems like.
There was no showing your hand back then.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's
Everybody want to be seen. Everybody got to be heard and seen.
Yeah.
Look at me. I got this. I got that. Oh, we on the gram. We did this. We lit. Yeah, we about to get on a chopper and fly around the city. Everybody want to be seen.
We didn't want to be seen.
Real people back in the day didn't want to be seen. Known D-boys ain't want no parts in camera action and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
We right now it's cool because this is what everybody podcasting and all that, you know what I mean? Creating content. That's the move now.
It's almost
rappers and none of that extra going
on
you're
like
right.
That no more. You're definitely right. It almost seems like it's like street fame, you know what I mean?
Street fame, yes sir. Street fame.
So was loyalty, do you think that was more important back then, or do you think it's more important now? Or just in general?
Back then, loyalty was more the way
to go. It
was more. Loyalty was more the way to go back then. Now, nobody care about loyalty. Everybody on demon time. The demon time, there ain't no rules.
They just want to take.
They're going to take, they're going to disrespect, they're going to ignore, they're rude and ignorant, they don't care. Especially the younger generations. The younger generations, they ain't trying to hear none of that. You know what I mean? Like, y'all moving different. Y'all old dudes need to get out the way. That's how they feel.
All these old dudes, right? Yeah. That's crazy. Once again, for the viewers who take the time to follow up, regardless if it's today, another time, next year, whenever. Why don't you let them know why you started trapping?
Why I started trapping? Why I started or why I stopped?
Both.
I'm about to say, what you mean, bro? But why I started?
Yeah, back in the day when you were young, what made you start? Because you were trying to get to some money, or
the creativity of seeing the dealers before.
mm-hmm.
They really had no essence. They was trash when it came to trapping. The people that I seen before me,
That's funny. I wasn't expecting that as an answer.
The people that I seen trapping years ahead of me,
Yeah.
they
Come on, Riddler, spit it out.
yeah, they ain't had no real motive. Dudes was hustling for sneakers and shirts.
Just want some polo and some shell tops.
Yeah, right now, bro, it's a different setting right now. Right now, you need to be organized. You need to be organized. You need to be trying to orchestrate some type of business right now, bro. Cause
yeah, it's too crazy.
All that coming outside looking fly ain't doing nothing but making you a target. Who you getting fly for? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what made you stop then?
What made me stop? There's no loyalty.
Right.
The drugs is bad. It ain't even drugs. It's fake. It's all synthetic.
Yeah. You don't know what's what now.
It's all synthetic. Nobody's loyal. Your best friend will blame your joint out for you. You know what I mean? Special delivery for your mom and them.
Just for a couple dollars.
Special delivery for your mom and them. They're going to blame your joint out.
Special delivery.
Because you put trust and time into them.
You know? Yeah.
They know you active. You know what I mean? They're going to take your place. That wasn't the name of the game back then. We was grinding back then. You know, we tracked for real.
So who was more important then? Like the fiends or the hustlers? Back then.
The fiends is who gave you the energy to grind. Because hustlers kill hustlers.
Okay.
Fiends ain't killing you. Fiends bringing you the paper.
Yeah.
Hustlers gonna get you out the way or telling you.
Because they want it. Yeah. All right. All right. About the lookouts or like the neighborhood in general?
That's a mixture of both, Rudy. The lookouts, they was running shifts with you. You had the dudes that would casework, the caseworkers.
Yeah.
You had your caseworkers, you had your lookouts, and everybody was on a tight script, tight schedule when it came to that.
Did the neighborhood get in the way at all, or?
The neighborhood would sometimes get in the way. If they didn't like you, they could watch you grow up from a boy. They could watch you grow up from a little into a career.
Yeah.
The neighborhood would get you fixed up.
You start disturbing their peace. And
yeah, I know a lot of people that would tell on the neighbors, that would tell on the dealers they didn't like.
Yeah, see.
For real.
So they had their picks too.
They
Like
had
it's
picks,
so crazy. Oh my God. All right.
Certain girls that certain dealers dated. They fell out with it. Dial 911.
Something. Damn. Just because of a breakup.
Boy, he got caught cheap. Whatever. How the case may be. They got lying to me, bro.
Damn. So, all right, no disrespect, but during the time when you dealt with your assault that happened, right?
Yeah.
What all did you remember? What all do you remember?
Are you talking about do I remember before that happened, during it, or after? Because I could give you however you want. You know what I mean? Like whatever you think is.
I'm thinking of during and immediately after.
Okay, during it, I was so focused on getting to the money. When you focusing on getting to the money and you interacting with a hater, they got a motive. You feel me?
Yeah.
They got a motive. My motive was to get to this money that I'm trying to get to. My motive wasn't on none of that. all I see is you need a little help. I got you when I can, but I'm still moving and shaking through the city how I do.
Right.
But when you being lined up, you don't see that part. Somebody could be trying to warn you, hey, yo, don't trust the dude. Like, buddy, that I'm telling you, bro.
So why did you trust this person?
Man,
Like, why did you even?
hey, listen.
Because that's out of character for you.
From my pop, the only reason this situation took place was my pop told me, get to know your family on my side. You don't just got family on your mom's side, you know? So when my pop told me what he told me,
That's heavy.
I just tried to play off of what my pop said, like interact with your cousins. Because I didn't even know a lot of my cousins was my cousins. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That shit's crazy. So since the first clip that we uploaded
I come down here and work at night sometimes.
down here,
Yeah,
at night,
yeah, I work at night, right?
they be bringing lights out here.
Yeah,
They be setting up the big ass lights.
yeah.
So like I was saying, since the first clip that we uploaded, right?
Yeah.
About your stories. You never said that anybody ever took anything from you.
Because nobody never did take nothing from me.
All right.
Nobody
Guess that
never took
answers
nothing
my
from
question.
me. Nobody never took nothing from me. That's the weird part. That character,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, decided to use the family card, you know. We spoke about that before on a previous clip at that park or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Family member. Well, that individual used family as his, you know what I mean, his little plot.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep. So do you feel like that has anything to do with like affecting your memory and all now?
It could.
You don't even know, huh?
It could.
You're not sure.
I remember what, I believe I remember what I should remember. I remember my day-to-day, you know what I mean? My day-to-day 1-2.
Okay.
I don't know how to cigar, but
Lambo?
no, that's a vet.
That's a vet?
Yeah, that's a
I couldn't tell. You say you should have caught that.
vet. This is all new, Brody. Oh, this is new. This went down.
Were you working on these ponies or just the ones back there?
No, they don't like it.
They don't like you over here? It's just that simple, huh?
Yeah, they don't like it. It's all right.
You got any more you want to say about loyalty? Because I feel like,
Loyalty,
especially after that assault story, it's just like why loyalty is important. And
all right. I couldn't even get it out. I was so excited to say. But look, that's the main reason why I really fell back from trapping. You know, everybody dying. Like I lost my grandma, man. Ain't nobody to get me out of situations, and you can get caught up with something you ain't got nothing to do with. Somebody could say you touched them or tried to touch them or whatever, and then you caught up.
yeah,
You try and get to some money. They get mad because they can't get to you or can't get to your money or whatever, and then you lined up. Like, no. I just stopped trapping for, you know, I got multiple reasons why I stopped trapping.
seems like people get really jealous very fast nowadays.
Jealous of me anyway. I don't know.
Of you?
Yeah, for real.
It seems like that for anybody though, but it might be extra with you.
I can't speak for everybody.
Yeah.
All I can tell you about me.
Right.
You know, I ain't never really spoke about him, her, and them, and them. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, yeah, you don't really put names out there ever.
I don't really, I mean, that ain't my thing.
Right. I respect
The
that.
thing about the streets is you can't undo when you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put yourself out there, you can't undo that.
Yeah. I respect it though. I respect it. Dang. We're gonna see an accident every time we're gonna see an accident every time we film now.
Just in case if y'all ain't know, you know, fun is dangerous. You know, appreciate your time while you can, you know what I mean? I want to salute. You know, this guy holding the camera.
This
I
guy.
mean, this guy. You know, salute this guy holding the camera. You know what I mean? We got 10 for y'all, you know what I mean? It's like our 10th upload. Hopefully this is intriguing or interesting enough to get some new viewers. Some of y'all don't care. Some of y'all will. Some of y'all don't know how much time we take to creating what we create.
Yeah.
And just for me to come up with what I'm thinking about, and I got a ton of stories that I haven't shared with y'all, but y'all don't like, share, comment, and subscribe. So, you know what I mean? We gonna have to put them up, twist on this. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all be tweaking. Y'all be tweaking. Seriously.
I know.
Get in there and comment.
Get in the comment.
Share,
I know there's
man.
something that y'all want to know. I know there's something that y'all want to know.
Say what I say when I say it, and I said it. You heard me? All we can do is move and groove, entertain as we can. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Not apologetic. You know, we make mistakes. We human beings. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like, no, we monsters.
All we can do is learn from our past. You know, you got a real story, bro. Like you got a real story. Can't put it all out there just for, you know.
Yeah, we gonna take our time and
Yep.
spread it out like some cake mix.
Gotta-
Bake the cake, you know what I mean? And put a little icing over it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
real
cook-
nasty too. We
Yeah.
gonna do it with our fingers. We're gonna spread the icing with our fingers like a little kid. How y'all like that?
Cook it up the way you want to.
No candy, just fire. Just fire. We're gonna light a bunch of
Just
matches
fire.
around the cake. You heard me? Just fire. Just nasty. Spread it all over. You know what I mean? Let's get the sweat and wipe the sweat off your forehead and finish spreading it all over the cake. You heard me? Real nasty for me.
Yo, do you have any trauma from these fires?
I probably
Like,
do.
Have you
like
started
fire.
to realize that like fire messes with you, or you just said you like it?
I like fire. I don't like the smoke from fire though. Smoke
Oh.
is deadly. Smoke puts you out. The smoke
Yeah.
puts you out and you become a dead corpse. Because your body can't, you mean?
Yeah.
Unless you help, unless that smoke can fill your lungs, you
Yeah, especially like that
You- you
kerosene
remember.
and all that type of stuff.
do a whole memory. As y'all can see, we are at Rivers. My check don't clear yet, so I can't go in there and gamble. You got me?
Yeah, it's too early in the week.
If I can try, if I can, I'm gonna, you mean, see if Yak let me borrow like $50, $100 real quick to try my luck with that, you know what I mean? And so we appreciate the people, you know.
Definitely appreciate it. Nope. Got anything else you want to get off before we end this?
I'm trying to get rich. That's for sure.
I'm trying to get rich
I'm
too.
gonna share that with the people. I'm trying to get rich. I hope y'all understand. I'm trying to get rich, but if you didn't understand, like, you know what I mean, because I speak my own language, you know, I'm trying to get rich. That's my language. You heard me?
Yeah. That's why his biggest passion is money.
Yeah.
The Riddler.
Money moves the people. Ah.